Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. I hope everyone's having a good day. A little bit of news. The Ring magazine, Mike Coppinger, who formerly was at ESPN, reported yesterday that Dmitry Bivol is going to vacate his WBC title and plans to proceed with the Beterbiev trilogy match. I can't say as I'm surprised. For a number of reasons. I think, if you're a professional athlete of the level of Bivol and you've lost one and won one against your era-defining opponent, Artur Beterbiev, you would kind of want to have that rubber match. The trilogy would be important to you. So I think from that sort of personal athlete's ego and desire for legacy, I guess, one would want to have that fight. And I think equally important, possibly even more important, is the fact that Turki Al-Sheikh had very much supported that trilogy match and had said on a previous occasion words to the effect of, which side your bread's buttered on, who's been good to you, don't dilly-dally, you need to make up your mind soon, and all those sort of things, right? And in a previous video, I spoke about this and gave Turki Al-Sheikh's exact quote. So I'm just paraphrasing it. It's sort of like, now look, we've been good to you. This is probably where you need to be at. So it's sort of an inducement. Some people might say it's a bit of a threat. So those two things combined meant that I think that the trilogy was sort of always going to happen. It looks like there's been a little bit of bad blood between the WBC and the Bivol camp. And I'll just provide a synopsis of what Mike Coppinger said. So Dmitry Bivol informed the WBC that he's vacating his title ahead of today's purse bid, because there was supposed to be a purse bid for the Dmitry Bivol David Benavidez fight, which is what the WBC wanted, and that Bivol is doing this because he wants to proceed with the Beterbiev trilogy fight. Now, Bivol is currently 24-1, and he won the undisputed and Ring magazine Light Heavyweight Championship in that rematch that he had with Beterbiev, who's now 21-1. They've both lost to each other. They've not lost to anybody else. So Mike Coppinger goes on to say that the decision evened the score in their series. So again, it's 1-1. It's nice to have a tiebreaker. And I'm not a big fan of rematches, as you know. But when you've got it 1-1, you need to have that rubber match, just in my view. The report in the Ring magazine says that Bivol is the Ring's number 4 pound for pound. Beterbiev is the Ring magazine's number 5 pound for pound. I think there's another reason why this trilogy match is important as well. Beterbiev is 40. And time is definitely not on his side. In fact, Bivol is 34, so he's not getting any younger either. And so if you take time out to fight somebody else, like even if Bivol had fought Benevidez and beaten Benevidez, the clock is ticking. We don't see people fighting every 2 or 3 months now. It could have been another 9 months or even maybe a year. And then, again, everybody's getting older. The Ring magazine quotes Turki Al-Sheikh, who said after that rematch, everyone in boxing knows that there was a commitment for a third bout with Artur Beterbiev. That's actually not from Turki Al-Sheikh. It's quoting from Bivol's attorney, Pat English, who said, everyone in boxing knows that there is a commitment for a third bout with Artur Beterbiev. We are working to consummate that bout. He went on to say, so this is Bivol's lawyer, In addition, we are dismayed at the inability of the ratings organization to adhere to the rotation system set up many years ago. You are aware that the IBF has claimed to be the lead organization with justification for the next Bivol bout. So, WBC President Mauricio Suleiman announced on social media. Now, I haven't seen this social media post. I'm just quoting from the Ring magazine, which I'm reading along here. That Benevidez, who previously captured the interim title, was being elevated to the status of full champion. So, okay. And Suleiman apparently said, I have just received a cold and impersonal notification from Dmitry Bivol lawyer Patrick English with arguments that are so ridiculous that I'd rather not discuss, informing the WBC that Dmitry Bivol has decided to relinquish his WBC Light Heavyweight Championship. We wish Bivol success and hereby confirm David Benavidez as WBC World Light Heavyweight Champion. It appears to be an exact quote. It's a little bit fractured. So apparently Benevidez could be lined up for a mandatory against Callum Smith, who's the next ranked contender in the rankings. Callum Smith, you will remember, beat Joshua Buatsi. Bit of a surprise. I was expecting Buatsi to beat Callum Smith. But full marks to Smith. He came to fight. So that's really it. It just goes on to talk about how Benevidez is coming off a career best victory, a decision win over David Morrell. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think that it's good that Bivol is going to have the trilogy match with Benevidez, or would you have preferred Bivol to defend against? Do you agree that Bivol should have the trilogy match against Beterbiev, or do you think that Bivol should have had the defense against Benevidez? There's too many B's in this, right? It's a real hive of them. And my view, for what it's worth, is that I'd like to see this trilogy done so that we can draw a line under it or put a period at the end of the sentence, as it were, and say, okay, of their era, that guy was the best light heavyweight, that guy was number 2. And then, if everyone's still active, either the winner, or for that matter, the loser, can fight, say Benevidez. Maybe there's room for for Morrell as well. So let's say, for argument's sake, that Bivol wins against Beterbiev. Maybe he could fight Benevidez, and then Beterbiev could fight against David Morrell. So there's still room for some good fights to be made, provided people don't age out. My feeling, I've no evidence for this at all, just my gut feeling, tells me that if Beterbiev loses, he would probably retire. He might retire anyhow. Like I say, 40, the time is marching on. He's got a lot of rounds under his belt, a lot of amateur rounds, just lots of fighting. So let me know in the comments section what you think. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.